I go back to the conversations that I've been having with the tech CEOs, and they're saying, look, we're not looking at headcount reduction. We're in fact looking at a net addition at this point in time, but skills will have to be very different. Training programs will have to be run very differently. Jatin, what's your take, and how are you dealing with that?
So absolutely, and if you're okay, I'll just add to an ROI point because it's close to me.
Yes, of course, please. Yes, as a CFO, yes, of course.
Okay, so I wrote an article a few weeks back where I sort of said that don't worry too much about ROI. I know as CFO we just love to ask that question, what's the ROI?
Yeah.
But ROI is a very effective tool when you know R, which is your return.
Yeah.
Because investment is fixed, but return is also fixed. Now, technology such as AI or Gen AI is in the stage where you really don't know the return. I mean, you are investing $5, are you going to get only 15 back, or 20 or 25 or 50? You don't know that. So you have to remain more agile, fungible, in terms of thinking, even as CFO, and say, I bet on the technology and what it can do. Let me not get very fixated on R, because when you get fixated on R, you put boundaries to what it can do. And I think we are at a stage where it can do a lot more than all of us can think today is possible in terms of its capability. And that's what we have seen since first time ChatGPT came out, right? Now on therefore, it also, if you just extrapolate that a little laterally, it also means to an employee that every one of our employees will have to be in a very different stage of mental hunger of learning for next 3 years, because this technology is going to go forward. It's going to impact everything that we do, be it coding, be it testing, be it engineering, be it implementation of large-scale system integration projects, and so on and so forth. So we have done a tremendous job of doing, I think, 101, 102, 103s. But as I said, as there is no box on R, there is no box on what that 103 can look like. It could be 150, 160 in some amount of time. So I think organization will have to remain agile to keep on putting that in front of employees, and employees on their side will have to be very agile to run with it. I think it's relearning of every knowledge stream that we know of. It's not just that.
So linked to that is one of the issues that is being spoken about is also the skills gap and the skills shortage in being able to leverage on this opportunity. And there, companies like yours, the private sector, will perhaps need to do the heavy lifting.
Correct. I think, as someone said, adoption of AI is led by consumer, more of consumer and less of the business.
Yes.
So you're absolutely right on that. So I think even at Cognizant, we are in process of training 200,000 of our associates in the AI and Gen AI technologies, and we have we have the Synapse initiative where we have committed that we are going to train 1 million folks in the AI and Gen AI technologies, and we are well underway on that. So we are calibrating our talent strategy, which includes recruitment, skilling, upskilling, training, and everything on those lines to address those skill gaps that you just spoke about. And we have defined our curriculum for our training. We are partnering with some external agencies to take their help to impart the training. So I think we are well underway on that.
Yes, and I would imagine that will be critical to meet the needs as demand grows. But both of you have been around for over 2 decades now in the IT services space. Competition, and let me ask both of you, do you remember it being this fiercely competitive? When was the last time that you saw it being this fiercely competitive?
Probably 2 decades ago, maybe.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
does it feel different? It certainly feels different to us from the outside.
Yeah, I think this is a very natural reaction when you are able to see an opportunity in front of you. Everybody wants to go grab that.
Yeah.
And therefore you see that everybody is trying to run fast because they can see finish line. And I think it was not visible maybe 18 months back, especially in Gen AI opportunity. But now people can see it. And therefore everybody wants to sprint. And therefore it's competitive.
And this is the technology disruption that we are seeing after a long time.
Yeah.
Probably after the internet, after the .com era. So, we had digital in between.
Yes.
But then this seems to be
bigger.
much bigger than that.
Much bigger, and everyone is going all in at this point in time. And I guess a litigious Indian IT services space is also something that we have to get used to. Is that going to be? Is that going to be now the business as usual aspect of things?
I mean, I would let Jatin comment on that, but I would say yes. To some extent, to a great extent, that's going to be the reality.
That is going to be the reality. Yes, Jatin, I'm sure you have plenty more to say about that.
No, I just want to say that I think it's an incredible opportunity for all of us, and it's not for one firm. So I think we all have to work together to capture it well for our customers. That's what I'll leave it with.
Yeah.
I think some of these phases will come and go.
Yes, absolutely. These phases come and go. But again, since we're talking about pivots, the pivot that the IT services industry is going to have to make, and again, loosely, what I am gathering is that the focus has largely been on being able to do efficiency on scale, but now you're going to have to move a lot more on innovation.
Yeah.
So, how do you see that transition playing out for the industry, but also specifically for Cognizant in the context of having to be adaptable, more agile, and so on and so forth? How do you change the needle from efficiency at scale to innovation at scale?
I mean, Shereen, we have done that to some extent in the digital era, in the transition to digital era. So we'll have to do that, at scale again right now. So we, most of it is driven by client needs in many ways. We align to the client strategy on the innovation, and then, within Cognizant, we make sure that we are tailored and we are ready to adapt that, and we are training our resources in line with that. So that we are ready for this.
You're ready for the challenges, but also the opportunities.
Correct.
Jatin, this transition from efficiency to innovation.
So Surya summarizes. I think that there are two axes that we are razor focused on. One is, are we at the forefront of innovation on this, right? And you met Babak, so that's one axis. Yeah. Second is how we scale it, and that's what Surya spoke about it, right? Every morning we have a dashboard which covers the accounts, the projects, the ecosystems where this has been penetrated and where it has not been, for a variety of reasons, right? I mean, every technology takes its time. So, in fact, we also look at what are our impediments to declog that and get technology or AI in. So long as we remain very, very focused and not get carried away in one of the two, we'll be okay. Because it's important to be ahead and also important to make it at scale available to our company.
So how much has life changed for you? You talked about how generative AI has really, at the consumer end, has been the big breakout story post ChatGPT. How much of this stuff are you playing around with yourself personally in your everyday life? I
mean, I use this technology a lot, to be honest with you. I mean, I use this technology a lot for organizing my meetings, for even sometimes to know more about a client. So even before I go to the client meetings, I use this technology to understand what's going on in their world. So it has been great. So
would you say that this is one of perhaps the biggest transformation, the disruption that everybody's been talking about that we've seen in the last 20, 30 years in the tech world?
I would definitely say that, and after internet, package implementation, some of these were very, very defining, and you don't even remember how you did things before that. I think AI is one such thing. I think, like somebody told me, your grandson will never learn how to drive a car, and I think that will apply to many, many more things. With Gen AI, so that's how I see it.
Maybe we'll have to reimagine the way that we teach students in school as well, because technology is all pervasive, and yes, I would imagine a lot of that reimagination across different sectors is going to be work in progress. Well, Surya, Jatin, thank you very much for joining us and giving us a glimpse into what's happening inside Cognizant, and we wish you the very best of luck. Appreciate you joining us here in Davos.
Thank you
very much. Thank you for having us.
With that, it is time for us to wrap up this CNBC-TV18 special from all of us here from Davos 2025. For now, goodbye and many thanks for watching.